arrive, you're gonna come through this front gate here. If for some reason you need to get into the office to get water or anything like that, your office key will work. If you don't have an office key, the key in the lockbox at the gate will work. The code for that is 6090. Then you're gonna come over here and you're gonna get your stall cleaning supplies, which will be the buckets and the rolly carts. It will probably take at least 2 buckets, but we'll just start with the one. You'll come over to the shed and you're gonna get a broom and a pitchfork. Okay, stop. You're gonna unbuckle the horse's stall doors. The horses, I mean, most of them are good at staying in, so you just sort of open it, bring in your stuff, and close the gate behind you. Make sure you latch it or they will go for a little walkabout. Okay, next you're gonna sweep off the mats. If there's just a little bit of old hay, you can kind of pile it up. Then grab your pitchfork and scoop it into the bucket. You're gonna do the same with any horse poop that's on the mat. Scoop it up, put it in the bucket, and then after that's done, you'll do kind of like a final sweep off. Make sure the mats are, you know, decently swept. Remember, you're cleaning a horse stall, not your kitchen floor. There's no need for everything to be perfect. We're just making sure there's no big dirt clumps and poop and stuff. For the actual poop in the stall part, you do want to be mindful when you're around the horses. So there's poop right here behind Jet. I'm not going to stand directly behind him. I'm going to grab my fork and scrape it away. Then I'll get my fork, scoop it up, put it in the bucket. And I'm gonna do that for all the big poop piles. Remember, we're not looking for perfection over here. You're not gonna get every last little piece. We're just looking to get the main stuff.
Okay.
You're gonna take the poop up this hill and to the dumpster.
Go.
This is the dumpster. You'll open up the door, pick up the poop bucket, dump it in there. And make sure it shuts. Okay, so to make grain, this is the grain chart. It has everything each horse needs. It's all color-coded. The names of the horses match the buckets. So we're gonna make Kiri's grain. Kiri's grain, it says she gets 1.5 cups of grain. Grain is in this big trash can. There's a 1 cup scoop and a 1/2 of a cup scoop, so I'm gonna get both of those. 1.5 cups into her bucket. Next it says she gets 1 pump of oil. Oil is in this big gallon. She's gonna get 1 pump. Next is Equiox, and Kiri is gonna get 1/2 of a pill of Equiox. Equiox is in this little bottle. This actually says Fibercrox, but it's the same thing as Equiox. It's just a different brand. I'm gonna get a whole pill out for her, break it in half. That's 1/2 a pill. Put it in her grain. Next, she's gonna get 2 scoops of BioEase. And we didn't have BioEase, so we're gonna use this instead. It says use instead of BioEase right on the top. And she's gonna get 2 scoops of that. I'm not gonna feed him now because it's not dinner time, but after you are to make that, you're to carry it over. Bring your bucket all the horses have hanging buckets on their stalls that look like this. So you would take the grain, dump it in the bucket, and then hang it on the rung for them to eat it.
Go.
Next, we're gonna do the hay boxes. So I always like to pull them to the edge. So the hay boxes look like this. I'm just gonna slide it over to the edge where I can reach it. And then we'll go get a flake of hay.
Go.
This is the hay shed. So hay comes in bales, and the bales break apart into flakes. So on this one, you can see this one's already been opened. And if you just gently pull on them, they break apart into flakes.
Oh.
So you'll look at their hay chart, and just as before, it has their names and how much they get to eat. So you'll look at the chart to see what they're gonna eat. And we're just gonna give Jet one flake for now. He usually gets 2 in the evenings. So I'll pull off 1 flake for Jet, bring it to him.
Go.
Then you'll take your flake of hay, stick it in their box.
Go.
Okay, so next you're gonna fill up their water. So you'll grab your hose. Then you're gonna turn on this little black switch here to on. Then each of the horses has a bucket, and you'll just fill up the buckets to the top. Some other really important things to remember while you're taking care of the horses are to always make sure the gates are shut. So we have this front gate here, and then there's a little side gate over there by the sink, and there's a gate to the ring. So those 3 should be shut anytime you're opening any stall doors. Then it's also really important to make sure you're latching the stall doors when you're going in and out. If you were to by chance have a horse escape while you're cleaning stalls or feeding, you're gonna come over here. You're gonna grab any rope that's hanging up. You're gonna take it, go over to the horse. Take the rope, toss it around their neck, just like this. Give them a little tug, and they'll follow you right back to their stall.
Go.
When you're all done, you'll take one last look around to make sure all the horses have water, that all the stall doors are latched, and everything looks good. Then you're also gonna pull this gate shut. It's just an extra layer of protection in case a horse were to get loose if they couldn't get into the feed room. It has just a little sliding bar, make sure it's locked, and then you're good to go.